Bridget Moynahan is not only talented and beautiful, but also determined to make a difference in the world. She's the star of Blue Bloods on CBS, but she's also undergoing an incredible challenge to live on just $1.50 a day. And she is right here in our AOL.com studios. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me a little bit about Blue Bloods right now. Where are you at in your story? You work alongside Tom Selleck and Donnie Wahlberg.
The point of the grand jury is not to prove innocence or guilt. I just want to convince them to let me try the case.
I know the law. I also know Christopher Collins attacked Officer Cutter, who was unarmed and outweighed by a good 50 pounds.
Christopher Collins was unarmed too, and your officer used deadly force.
If it were me, or Danny, or Jamie, we might have done the same thing.
I'm supposed to give Cutter the benefit of the doubt?
The man was defending himself.
Is this what the prosecutor on the case is supposed to do, or the commissioner's daughter?
You chose to make that one and the same, Aaron.
Romantically, I had a new, love interest, dating interest. So I'm hoping he comes back because it was really fun.
Yeah.
But also, I hope my ex-husband on the show comes back as well. So I don't know.
So you're a woman torn.
I'm a torn woman.
Torn between two lovers.
You know, and I don't know. I don't know where they're going to take things next season. They don't really tell us.
Well, this is kind of part of the fun, also because you probably can't be trusted. You're going to leak it to people like me. I'm going to beg you to tell me.
That's right. Yeah, that's why. I'm going to be severely hurt if I tell you what's happening. Yeah.
Right, exactly. People know where you live. So you've done a lot of movie roles where it's kind of like in and out. You do the role, you play the character very quickly. Is it fun to be part of a show? This is season 4, going to be going into season 5. How is this different from what you've done in the past?
It is. It's nice to be on a show where you can develop a character and watch it grow. And they're giving me more material this past year, so they're letting me play a little bit more, challenging me more, and my daughter's growing up. There's just a lot of different things we get to play with, and the cast is fantastic. We actually all get along, so it's nice to be on a show like that.
So you got your start modeling. You were in a lot of catalogs and magazines. Do you have any?
You're not bringing any of them out.
No,
right?
I don't. I was going to ask you, what I would do to have a. Do you save any of them? Do you have any of the old catalogs?
I do, somewhere in a box. And my goal, and I don't know how to do this, I want to get them all on digital space.
You're at AOL.com. We can make that happen.
Somebody can make it.
Have your people call our people. We will digitize your catalog photos.
But then will you put them out everywhere?
No, we can work this out.
Okay.
We can work this out
Thank
privately. It's really just a scanner. You just need somebody with a scanner.
Okay, I can find somebody with a scanner.
So do you remember at the time ever putting on something for the catalog shoot that you thought, oh good Lord, this is horrible?
I'm sure I have had that experience.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure I have.
Yeah.
And then there's some that it's fabulous. The first catalog I did was for scuba gear.
Really?
Scuba gear in Springfield, Massachusetts or something. And I think I got $60 a day. And I thought that was, I don't know, I got a lot of money. Anyway, it was better than my waiting tables.
You're like getting paid to do something cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you wearing like a full-on wetsuit or just like fins?
I think a bathing suit and fins, and now I don't even know why I'm telling you this because now it's going to show up somewhere.
It's got to. I'm determined. Well, when you send us your catalogs, it will. You know, you're on Twitter. That's how I knew that last night you didn't sleep at all.
I know, but I'm not very good at all that stuff.
Well, what is it? Well, you seem to be. What's the challenge of being social? I mean, just curious. What's the challenge for you in being in social media?
I think the challenge is participating and still being private.
Right. Just
There's
giving
a
people
balance.
Yeah. Because do you find people are just a little bit try to get a little too close just because they follow you on Twitter?
No. I mean, if they do, I haven't noticed.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Okay. So you've had some amazing co-stars. I'm going to read some of your co-stars. Just like in a word or so, or two, just tell me how you would describe these people, okay? Tom Selleck.
Gentleman.
Really?
And paternal.
Oh, that's really nice. Okay, now I want you to say more. He's just a great guy.
You said one word. I
know,
gave you
but
more.
now
I
want
gave
you
you
to
double.
elaborate.
I gave you twice
did,
as much
okay.
as you asked
All right,
for.
I'll play by my own rules. Donnie Wahlberg.
The best. Great guy.
Were you a New Kids fan, and did you, if not, then pretend you were when you met him?
I did not pretend. I don't remember being, but I wasn't in the poppy world.
No? What world were you in?
I was more in like the, like Squeeze, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That kind of world.
okay.
Tried to be a Grateful, like a Deadhead. It didn't work out for me.
A young gal in scuba gear listening to the Dead. That's what you were. I can picture it now.
hot.
Okay, Ben Affleck.
We should just go through this.
Yeah, let's do
I
it.
have worked with the best guys in the business.
Yeah.
Talented, handsome, just the greatest guys.
Well, they're
There's
pretty lucky too, I gotta say.
Well, thanks,
Mhm.
but
So, Al Pacino, the recruit.
yeah, he made me a little nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I was
would think
really
so.
excited to be working with him. There was one scene that I did with him, and he came over and just patted my knee. I was like, "Good job." I haven't washed the knee.
Yeah, I was just saying, your knee is filthy. Is that why you haven't washed it? Soon, Keanu Reeves, but you've already worked with him for this upcoming project. What's the project? John Wick. Mm-hmm. So tell me about, what did you think he was going to be like versus what he was like?
He kind of was. He's very private and very quiet. So I've always heard that about him, and he kind of still was. But he was just we had a really nice time. We were playing a couple that was in love, so that was really fun to do.
So the minute you came in, I asked you if you wanted a drink, and you said no because of this project you're working on, Living Below the Line.
I think you offered me a bottle of water, and I can't fit that into my budget, so I'm drinking tap water.
That's pretty amazing.
yeah.
You know, I drink a soda or 4 every day.
Yes.
And that's the cost. That's actually less than what the cost of the soda would be. So tell me a little bit about the project and how this all started.
So extreme poverty, there's 1.2 billion people living in extreme poverty, and that's defined as living on $1.50 a day. So we're asking people through Live Below the Line to live on $1.50 a day, just for food and drink. Obviously,
Right.
extreme poverty, they're having to live on that for all their expenses, and sometimes having to make really serious decisions based on that. If their kid gets sick, still that $1.50 a day. So
Yeah.
they might be choosing between medicine or eating that day or whatever.
It's one thing when it's a project that you're kind of challenging yourself to do, but this is someone's real life.
Right.
What is it that you hope people do? What do you hope to achieve by doing this and getting the word out about it? What's the ultimate goal?
Well, I mean, the goal ultimately, big picture, is to eradicate extreme poverty by 2030. That's the goal. But on a daily basis right now, if people could participate and just start getting a little bit more conscious of what choices these people are having to make, what choices you're making in your own daily life. I found that I was producing a lot of waste. I was wasting a lot of food. And I wasn't super conscious of what I was purchasing when I was at the store. So it's making me think about things in different ways.
So for those people that want to go to livebelowtheline.com, they can donate funds to the people that are living this life
Right.
day to day, not because it's their choice, but because that's their reality.
Right.
Thank you so much for coming by. We appreciate it. Blue Bloods, Friday nights at 10 on CBS. And try Bridget's challenge by living for $1.50 a day by visiting livebelowtheline.com.
Great.
Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.